What's up everybody, welcome to Money Management channel. My name is Andrei and today I'm gonna be doing an update on MMTLP and FINRA saga.
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gonna live it up.
And for today's video, guys, I have several quite interesting news. First of all, I will show you very reasonable question that is addressed to me, and I will give my honest answer on this question. On top of that, guys, I will show you the most recent investigation that I covered yesterday, and I show you the reaction of different sides of MMTLP community in regards to this investigation. And guys, believe me, we have to be extremely focused in order to achieve our main goal, and the most recent actions that are happening and that were happening for quite some time inside the MMTLP community are not the best supporter for us. So, and before we dive deep into all of this, guys, please hit the like button for YouTube algorithm and drop me a line in the comment section if you think my videos are valuable for you. And let's begin today's video with this result. Again, we have more than 500 signatures under the petition that was written by Daniel Oxer. And guys, take a look right here. He pretty much stopped any activity in his Twitter account, and guess what? A lot of people who wanted who tried to push his case down, who were and who is disagree with his opinion, they also they disappeared as well, basically. And that is, in my opinion, the most wise decision from Daniel. Unfortunately, Scott Roth is still trying to react on a lot of tweets, and I will cover it in just several minutes. But for now, guys, let's take a look at this comment. As you can see, it is the comment section of my YouTube studio. And Mike F500 14 hours ago wrote this very reasonable question. Why are you mainly covering Shields points, Andy? It's been a pattern when so much good news has been released, you continue to focus on FOD. I'm not going to give a like to this and will stop watching if this continues. And I have to admit that, first of all, thank you for your comment, thank you for supporting my channel. And this question is very reasonable. Why I'm pointing to not the, let's say, most pleasant points of the most recent actions. And the reason is quite obvious. Guys, ask yourself honestly, what should be the news that you potentially would like? Do you want to see only good news, or you want to know all the details in regards to our case? And believe me, guys, this is a quite tricky case, quite tricky situation inside the MMTLP community. And unfortunately, not 100% of the times we have a good news. On top of that, guys, I told you multiple times that we have to see the total justice, and total justice cannot be in terms of just one part of the so-called wrongdoers. If something was wrong with MMTLP saga, guys, people or entities who were involved in these actions, who were the reason of these results, should be prosecuted. And this is my honest opinion. And if, Mike, you want to see some good news, I told you and I wrote you right here. Mike, thank you for your comment. Can you tell me some good news that not a fraud? I will show it tomorrow. And as you can see right here, we don't have any updates from Mike, and I wrote this comment basically 12 hours ago. Guys, comment, write me in the comment section any news that you think might be important and that are not a fraud, and I will definitely publish it if I think it is worth your attention. So let me show you, for example, Busy Brand's Twitter account, and yes, back in the days he was very, let's say, supportive for MMTLP community, but for now, guys, I think he also slightly switch his attention to other cases. For example, Junk Savvy. You can find her Twitter account as well. And she also, she definitely hosts on a daily basis a lot of space calls. But guys, I don't have more than almost 5 hours a day in order to listen to these space calls and in order to make my conclusions on this information. Guys, the only thing that I want to cover in my videos are real actions that might lead us to the resolution. And that is why, guys, I'm doing my job. I'm doing these videos in order to help you to see the resolution. And let's take a look at the most recent update that potentially is important for MMTLP community. Just yesterday, I showed you that Trader Zero made his investigation and made his wait a second, I will show you right here. He made very thorough due diligence and he wrote this article. Definitely it was written with the help of AI, but the facts that were mentioned there are quite interesting. And first of all, let me show you that we have some reactions from other community members. And definitely you might not like Mark Basile and his actions, but he has a lot of experience in this case, and he's still, guys, he still has skin in the game because he has a client and trades, and he is in the active litigation process against the wrongdoers. That is why, guys, it is his fiduciary duty to do his best in order to support MMTLP community and in order to win this battle, at least his part of this battle. And he wrote in response to Trader Zero's tweet. This is a very good summary that also takes into consideration the methodology and the where to look. NSS has never been proven in a civil suit because it is extremely difficult with the information. If it does exist, buried under several layers of market administration and mechanics. I believe it does exist to different extents, dealing with different issuers' stock. But I have said from the very beginning, nothing has been proven by looking at a few data sets in a void. If you can't prove it in court, then it's unlikely you can prove it anywhere else. I applaud Wes Christian for undertaking such a huge project that will cost tens of millions of dollars in data aggregation, review, expert analysis, and then the application of law. I also appreciate Trader Zero for explaining this in a way that almost everyone can understand. There are many theories on how this can be explained, but there are only two real issues here. Was there naked short selling by the brokers and or hedge funds, and to what extent? And was there an orchestrated scheme to set this up, pump it, and a few dump it for profit? Both can exist at the same time, but the SEC, private litigants, and Congress are no closer to the truth, with a lot of misdirection and collateral noise circling these two issues. And guys, yes, I told you that we have basically two separate cases, but they might be related one to another. One of them is definitely the story of, let's say, naked shorters who dumped the shares and who drastically suppressed the price right before the U3 halt. And the part of this issue is the U3 halt itself. The second part of the story is definitely the reason why this company was created and who made this company and for what purpose. And that is why, guys, this entire saga need to be investigated, and that is why, guys, we have a lot of quite interesting comments, at least under this tweet. For example, 100MPH also responded to Mark Basile's tweet. For your information, the ATS architecture is a low latency messaging system where OTC link bridges, OTC fractionalization routing into the derivative market. It is pretty easy to counterfeit shares, compromise securities registration protocols, and interfere with trade settlement. This is not a theory, this is a fact. And Mark responded, I agree, it's likely a fact that it can be done, but so far no proof of it. And guys, Mark is standing on his point of view of active lawyer, and he wants to see the proofs that he can represent in front of the judge and make some statements in order to win the case. And unfortunately, guys, all this information might be a reality, but we don't have pure evidence. On top of that, 100 MPH wrote, if there wasn't regulatory capture, it would be easily proven in a court of law by CAT, EBS, fixed tagging data and or treasury tracking tools like M209 data. And Mark again responded, in court you need to allege with facts and examples, especially with the PLSRA, higher pleading standard that you are saying. Why do you think many of the NSS cases are dismissed early, before discovery, and then mandatory sanctions are levied? I have seen great companies, great complaints with detailed information, only to get dismissed. Is this a judiciary issue? That's above their level of understanding market mechanics? Likely not. It's just a heightened pleading standards used in securities fraud claims. Look at this in the same way of proving a car crash. Pleading. Defendant was driving at a high rate of speed when he T-boned plaintiff's car. The case will likely be dismissed. Why pleading standards require more than mere allegations? Yeah, he was driving a car, he was driving on a road, and yeah, he hit someone. You need witnesses to corroborate rate of speed, who was driving, which street was he on, hospital reports. They need video records if they exist, they need police report provided it tells the same story, etc. However, at the pleading stage it does not meet the pleading requirement unless you attach proof in the form of evidence. What happens on or off exchanges is not proof unless you have detailed trading reports, regulatory reports, etc. To show the courts there is something there. It could be there right now. There is no proof. Been saying that from day one. So far, the data everyone seems to rely on as a proof that it could does not amount to evidence, or at least does not rise to the level of the type of evidence to maintain such claims at a pleading stage. So guys, I think it is very important to understand the main idea of Mark's tweet. And yes, unfortunately, we have to break this wall in order to push our case even further, and we can do it only through litigation processes. And for now, guys, we have several of them, and that is why I cover not only the processes itself, but I cover all the actions that are surrounding these processes. And that is why, Mike, it is a part of the answer to your question. That is why, Mike, I still cover both sides of the MMTLP story, both sides of the MMTLP community, in order to understand in which direction we might take the next step. So let me show you another quite interesting, let's say, different opinion in regards to Trader Zero recent update. Due Diligence wrote this 16 hours ago, and I don't want to dig deeper inside this tweet. I just want to quote you first paragraph. Yon, another article, so-called article, written by AI that was prompted to take this position. Here is a breakdown of why, and below that an so-called article written by AI to refute this. And guys, we have with the support of AI, we can do basically anything. But in my opinion, the most recent letter that was written by Trader Zero has a lot of grounds, and potentially it might be important to at least dig deeper inside the way that Trader Zero was pointing into in his article, in his tweet. That is why, guys, instead of opposing his opinion, try to dig deeper and try to find more details in regards to this issue. And let me remind you that one of the most important and pretty much proven issues that we have is this one. Kostas reminded us, and he wrote this tweet just several hours ago, and he said, After 800 days of MMTLP frozen in crime, I'm going to go there. TradeStation has admitted they oversold their allocations and sold counterfeit shares that are now failure to deliver. This isn't new news, but sadly this news was used to twist the narrative and went down a path that most community members didn't want. So this 100% proof of a broker overselling was lost in the noise. One could say the narrative spin was an effective so-called delayed tactic. Well, you know that. The truth always comes out, and we aren't going anywhere until we expose it all. All the fraudulent actively collusion between regulators, SEC, FINRA and brokers like Fidelity, Robinhood, Ameritrade and everything in between. Pay me my restitution at this point and I want it all. No mercy for those behind the crimes. Dodge is going to expose it all with or without congressional assistance. And guys, he added these screenshots. As you can see, it was dated on February 21st, and unfortunately we don't have a year of this conversation, but I guess it was somewhere around February of 2023. Or maybe to February of 2024. I don't think that it is the current February. It was this conversation was made just 4 days ago. It is the conversation in between Representative Jason, who is working for TradeStation, I guess, and one of MMTLP community members who wanted to transfer his shares to AST. And it was a clear denial that they cannot do it. And the reason of this is that, let me quote it for you. There are a de minimis amount of shares remaining in the current certificate, and therefore new requests cannot be accepted until a time when TradeStation receives any new certificates of old shares, or NBH becomes tradable in the open market or made electronically available. And it is pretty much another confirmation that they short of shares, and potentially this problem might not be related to TradeStation only, but it also might be related to other broker dealers that have the same issue. And that is why, guys, we have to be laser focused, and the only way, in my opinion, the most prominent way is still the litigation path. And we have to prove it in front of the court in order to have a real evidence and the judge's decision. And this decision should force the wrongdoers to act in our favor. And if you want to pursue a so-called non-litigation path, it is also might be very important and useful. But guys, the next step after non-litigation path will be again a litigation based on the facts that should be disclosed in this through Congress or through other authorities. That is why I think without litigation we cannot have any types of resolution. And that is why, guys, we are still here and we are fighting till the very end.
And guys, let me tell you my personal story. I have a wife and 2 children aged 11 and 15, as well as a small dog. After 30 years of living in Russia near the Baikal Lake, we decided to move. Now we reside in Serbia. Although I don't own any MMTLP shares, I invest a lot of time creating daily MMTLP videos. I have been doing this every day without days off and holidays for more than 1.5 years. Now I wish to buy back this time from my family, from my children. We've agreed that I will ask the MMTLP community to support me, and I will give all the money to the children. Therefore, if you believe that I am providing useful content for you and wish to support me, you can join my Patreon account. For $5 a month, I will add your name to my list of supporters if you wish. Thank you in advance. The link you can find in the description below. So, I think that's all information that I want to provide you. If you like my video, please hit the like button and subscribe to my channel, and see you guys and girls next time. Bye!
I got the cash in the bag, stadium packed. Born a rock star in this life, gone live it up on the attack. Baby, I'm bad, I just wanna get caught up in this life. I'm crazy, I'm mad, doing no cap. Only God wants you.